The Hope and Future Blueprint team is searching for answers, seeking solutions, locating leaders, and energizing citizens to develop a powerful network of community partners that will shape and fashion the City of Port Huron into a place of hope and opportunity. This conversational tour is generating important conversation and highlighting people and places that will play an important role in the city's development. The next stop of the Soul of the City tour, the Swerve Barbershop, and the Flourish Hair Gallery. Hello. I have been having so much fun with these emerging leaders on this Soul of the City tour, where we are gathering information and data to utilize in the Hope and Blueprint report that we are developing. And that report is really just a guide to help develop communities where all people thrive and succeed. And we are really interested in trying to determine what are the factors that keep all people from thriving and succeeding. We have partnered with the Community Foundation of St. Clair County's Equity and Inclusion Committee, and they are really digging deeper into some of the things that are preventing this community, the community of Port Huron, from all people from thriving and succeeding. And one thing that they're really working hard on right now is small business development and helping small businesses get through this COVID-19 and then even beyond. Jasmine Thomas can probably give you a little bit more information about that.
Hello, my name is Jasmine Thomas. I'm the chair of the Equity and Inclusion Committee. My committee has found the opportunity to fund a great initiative during this pandemic. We have funded the hiring of a consultant to help disadvantaged business owners navigate the different funding options that the pandemic has caused. This allows business owners that might not have otherwise had opportunity and access to a consultant and funding advice be able to get the assistance they need and to keep their businesses open. I can't wait to see what type of initiatives my committee gets to fund in the future, and I'm so happy the Community Foundation saw the need to put together a committee that addresses equity and inclusion in St. Clair County.
Thank you, Jasmine. We are just introducing a conversation around equity and inclusion and disparities and justice as it pertains to communities of color. We just believe that it's time for us to have the conversation. It's going to be tough, it's going to be difficult. We're not always going to agree, but that's okay. But we've got to take these on if we want to truly flourish as a community. Now is the time to take on the tough issues that keep our community from truly prospering. It's time for us to be brave. It's time for us to be bold and courageous. We must reach beyond the finiteness of our minds and into the recesses of our souls to identify what true equity and inclusion is, to identify what true justice is. Justice that is fearless and full of love. Justice that acknowledges that hatred takes lives and that indifference to that justifies, and that if all lives truly do matter, then we have to do more to save Black lives. The time has come. The time has come. It's here. It's time for us to see the greatness and the beauty and the power in communities that we've traditionally overlooked. We can no longer overlook these communities. And when we stop overlooking them and we begin to water them with justice, that we will see plants of peace overtake violence, that we will see flowers of fairness stamp out brutality, that we will see the fruits flourish in our community, and that we will no longer have food deserts. That justice, peace, and fairness, these are the substances that nourish. It's time for us to swerve. It's time for us to do something different. It's time for us to flourish.
I don't know a place I'd rather be than sitting at the barbershop, getting my hair cut, yeah. Chilling with the fellas, talking about the game, talking about politics, talking about the pain. How do we heal our community? How do we bring about justice and equality? Fighting for the soul of our city. trying to figure out who is with me. So I pick up the phone and call the beauty shop, 'cause I know my ladies won't stop until a change has come, until depression is gone. It's been a long time coming. I will never stop running. I will never give up, 'cause I know God's gonna bless us. I see you, Coach DT, Dwayne Kidd. Keep putting in that work with them young fellas. Don't stop. Time to swerve, change lanes. We gotta do something different, y'all. Change the game, fight for the soul of the city we claim. When we swerve, they'll know our name. They'll know our name. Swerve, change lanes, do something different, change the game. We gotta change the game of the city we claim. When we swerve, they'll know our name. Time to swerve, trying to do what's best for me. Time to swerve.
Rufus Brown, owner of Swerve Barbershop, is a native of Port Huron, Michigan. Not sure of what he would do after high school, he stumbled upon his talent to cut hair. Ever since then, he has been helping boys and men keep their heads up and stand a little taller. When an opportunity presented itself to take his barber side gig to the next level, Rufus accepted the challenge. He started the Swerve Barbershop in 2004 with himself and one other barber. To this day, Mr. Brown says it still amazes him that he owns and runs the shop. He wants young people to know if he can do it, they can be an entrepreneur and run their own business too. If you are not sure of what you want to do in life, swerve and try something different. Rufus believes in supporting young people, receiving recognition for things like sponsoring the Detroit Diamond Jacks 9U baseball team. He is committed to helping the next generation. Brown says in order to be successful, aspiring entrepreneurs must stay focused, work hard, and their dreams will come true. Since the COVID-19 stay-home order, Rufus has not been able to do what he enjoys doing, providing excellent service and friendly service to his customers. He is so appreciative of his customers. He wants them to know he cannot wait to once again serve them. Today, we salute Rufus Brown for the positive impact the Swerve Barbershop is having on the development of our community. Thank you. Swerve, swerve, swerve.
When I think about justice, I think about the symbol of American justice, which is Lady Justice. Now, we all know who she is. We've seen her in courthouses and in courtrooms all across America. She is a woman who has a sword in one hand and the set of scales in her other hand. She is also blindfolded. She's blindfolded to symbolize how our laws are to be administered. They are to be administered without corruption, without prejudice, without greed, and without favor. In other words, our criminal justice system is to be objective, it's to be fair, it's supposed to be impartial, and it's supposed to be colorblind. Now, for some Americans, the justice system works. For others, it does not. Martin Luther King said, "Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere." In other words, he's saying that what impacts one person directly will impact us all indirectly. So we cannot have a justice system that tolerates injustices. Justice is injustice when justice has been denied. Justice is injustice when justice has been delayed. And justice is injustice when people have to fight for justice. In the case of Ahmaud Arbery, justice was denied. Justice was delayed, and now we have to fight for justice. How do we know that? Because when they saw the tape, they did nothing. When we saw the tape was when the fight for justice began for Ahmaud.
I am Nisa Lacole. We are at Flourish Hair Gallery, 2125 Military Street. Phone number 810-357-8930 to make an appointment.
Nasa Lacole Richardson is the owner of the Flourish Hair Gallery and CEO of the Flourish Enterprise. She is a beauty influencer who believes I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. She emphatically reminds her customers, In all things, flourish. And that is exactly what she has been doing since she began her entrepreneurial journey. Nasa was a hairstylist for several years at a hair salon in Kimball, Michigan. When the salon closed, she moved to a salon in Port Huron where she grew her client base. On March 13, 2019, believing in her talent and skills as a stylist, in the faith that God would guide her, Nasa opened the doors of the Flourish Hair Gallery. And flourish she has. Prior to the COVID-19 stay-home order, 2020 was turning out to be her best year. In addition to styling hair for both women and men, her gallery sells Flourish Gang merch, which includes leggings, whipped hair oil, moisturizing shampoo and conditioner, t-shirts, and hoodies. She is assisted by 3 creative and hard-working employees. The COVID-19 stay-home order has temporarily slowed her growth, but with the assistance of the Community Foundation of St. Clair County's Equity Inclusion Committee, she is figuring out how to navigate this time of uncertainty. While Richardson is leaning on her faith to get through this pandemic, she is still concerned about her customers. The hair I can fix, but their mental well-being is another thing. She is encouraging her clients to use each day to stay active and accomplish something for themselves. You can keep up with Nasa and the Flourish Enterprise by visiting Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and also the website letyourbeautyflourish.com. There is no doubt Nasa Lacole Richardson is a beauty influencer who is positively impacting the soul of the city. Thank you, Nasa. As always, remember, in all things, flourish.
I don't know a place I'd rather be than sitting at the beauty shop, getting my hair done, yeah. Chilling with the ladies, try to contain frustration with politics as we talk about the pain. How do we heal our community? How do we bring about justice and equality? Fighting for the soul of our city, trying to figure out who is with me. So I pick up the phone and call the barbershop, yeah. Cause I know my fellas won't stop until the change has come, until depression is gone. It's been a long time coming. I will never stop running. I will never give up, cause I know God is gonna bless us. Cause I know God is gonna bless us. Hey Gina Bankston, we see you, girl. Keep shining, queen. It's time to flourish, flourish, flourish. It's time to flourish, flourish, flourish. It's time for the soul of the city to flourish, flourish, flourish. Yeah. It's time to flourish, flourish, flourish. It's time for the soul of the city to flourish, 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 flourish. It's time to flourish, flourish, flourish. It's time for the soul of the city to flourish, flourish,